Hello YouTube and welcome to another FortiGate tutorial. So on my last video I showed you how to install FortiGate 8, which is the latest version of FortiGate on the ESXi host, okay? But in this video I'm going to show you just some basic configuration to get started with FortiGate 8.0. So are you ready? Let's get started. So as you have seen, I installed FortiGate 8.0 on my ESXi host. So here it is, it's running, and here I get the prompt, okay? So of course we can access the GUI using the IP address that was actually implemented using the DHCP, okay? So all that we have seen on our previous video. So let's go to the GUI and log in, okay? So this is the GUI, so I'm gonna log in using actually the password that we have set up. Okay, so here we go. So the first actually pop-up that we get is actually FortiGate setup. So perform the following setup steps actually to complete the setup of this FortiGate. Migrate config with FortiConverter, so we don't have that, so we can just begin here and we can actually do that later. Okay, so this is the main actually dashboard, the first dashboard that we get here some system information. We have of course our host name, we have our serial number, and of course the version of firmware, which is 8.0 as you can see, okay? And the mode is NAT. We have our system time and uptime, which is 3 days 8 minutes, but we don't have an IP, public IP address. So the first thing that we have to set up is actually to configure our network interfaces. So let me return back to our ESXi to see that actually we have two network interfaces, one connected to our LAN network and other one connected to our WAN network, okay? So here we go. So this is my ESXi host, and here on the left you can see that network adapter 1 is actually connected to this virtual switch, which is connected to my LAN network, okay? And the other network card, which is network adapter 2, is connected to my WAN network. So actually I have two network cards on my ESXi host, okay? So we're gonna configure IP addresses. So let's go back to our FortiGate GUI, and for that we go to the network tab or menu, as you can see here on the left, okay? And we head directly to the interfaces. Here we go. So this is our virtual actually FortiGate firewall. We have here a couple of interfaces. So we have our port 1 that we use to connect to our actually firewall. So we can just select it and edit it, okay? Here we go. So we can actually, the role is LAN network here, okay? And here we get an IP address using the DHCP, but you can also set up a manual IP address if you want. But for me, it's fine to get an IP address using the DHCP. So remember, this is our LAN network, okay, or LAN interface actually. And a couple of things here to notice, which are very interesting, is the administrative access. So here we can use this interface to get HTTPS access or HTTP, ping also, and SSH. So this is sufficient in order to actually manage our firewall, okay? So this is very important to activate those settings. Actually they are activated by default, okay? So for our LAN interface, nothing to do actually here. So we're gonna cancel it. And in order to connect to the internet, we have to set up our WAN interface. So for that, we go to our port 2, okay? And same thing, we're gonna edit it. So the role here, I have to change the role. So the role here is WAN network, okay? And for the addressing mode, you have to set up according to the mode that you are using with your internet service provider. So for example, your ISP can give you an IP address manually, so you can enter it here. You have just to choose the manual and enter your public IP address, okay, and also the subnet max, or you can get it using the SCP, okay. But for example, for me, I'm using my ISP actually is providing public IP address using PPPoE. So I'm gonna choose this last option here, and simply I'm gonna input my username and the password that was given me by my ISP, okay. So for administrative access, I don't want to activate any service because this is very important. You should never expose your WAN interface to the administrative services. So never activate HTTP or SSH, because from time to time we get what we call CVEs or exploit that can actually used to hack into your firewall. So never expose your administrative interfaces to the internet. So I'm gonna leave the section here as it is, and I'm gonna simply hit OK in order to get an IP address from my ISP. So this is OK. So let's refresh this page in order to get an IP address. So you can simply just hit interfaces submenu once again, and hopefully we'll get an IP address. And here we go. As you can see, indeed now we get an IP address, as you can see here. So everything is okay. So now after that, let's just test that. So I have here on my LAN network another machine. It's actually Linux Mint desktop. So I will use the IP address for this firewall as the gateway for this host machine, just to verify that I can get connectivity or not, okay. So let's move on to my ESXi host. Here we go. So here I have a Mint station, which is on the same LAN network as my actually FortiGate. So let me log on here. Okay, so as you can see here, the IP address of my gateway. So let me return back to my firewall here. So the IP address is .20.3. So let's verify that the desktop Linux is also using the same address as gateway. So I can use, for example, IP route command to verify that. And indeed, you know, we have actually 192.168.20.3 as the default gateway. We can also verify that if I right click here on this icon here for network connections, edit connections, it's wired connection. So I'm gonna to the IPv4 settings, and as you can see, this machine has an IP address .20.21, and it's using FortiGate as its default gateway, which is .20.3. So everything here is set up. So let's verify if I can actually ping the Google DNS server just to verify if I have connectivity. And as you can see here, I get nothing, because even if we are using our firewall as default gateway, we cannot reach the internet. So how to solve that? So let me return back to our firewall here. We have set up actually one interface and LAN interface, but one most important thing that we didn't set up is actually a firewall rule. So for that, we're gonna to the policy and object, firewall policy. So by default here we have implicit deny, which deny every packet. So we have to set up another rule just to allow LAN to connect to the internet. So for that we're gonna create a new rule. Okay, I'm gonna name it, for example, allow, let me see, allow internet access. Okay, schedule always, so the action is to accept and not to deny. So the incoming interface would be our LAN interface, which is port 1 in our case. The outgoing interface will be port 2, which is our 1. Okay, for the source I can use any. Okay, so I can specify actually special mask or not. So I'm gonna choose here all. Okay, which means all networks, but you can be very specific and choosing all just the LAN network, which is in my case 192.168.20.0/24. But here, just for testing, I will choose all. So the group, I don't have any group yet. For the destination, I can connect to any IP address on the internet, so of course I will choose also all. Okay, so this is very simple. Inspection mode, so it depends here on your hardware, but for most of the cases we gonna stick with flow based. Okay, of course we're gonna use NAT because we want to NAT the internal IP address to the external IP address, and of course here we are using outgoing interface address, which is in our case our WAN interface. Okay, you can leave the default here. So for the security profile, we don't want to apply any security profile because we need a license for that, and also for SSL inspection we don't need it. This is just the basic actually configuration that we are setting up here. For log allow traffic, I will choose all sessions because I want to log everything, and I can also leave all the other default. The most important thing here is to enable this policy, which is actually implemented by default. So I will hit here OK. I forget here the service. Normally you can specify the services that you want to use, for example HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, but here for simplicity I will choose all services. Okay, so I will hit OK, and the policy will be created as you can see here, allow internet access. Okay, so you can see that we have created our first policy, which allows actually our LAN network to connect to the internet, but we still didn't get any bytes. Okay, so traffic is not flowing. We can confirm that if we return back to our main Linux, and you can see the ping is still not responding, so we don't reach the internet. So we need another thing in order to allow this access to the internet, which is actually what we call static routes. We have to set up a default route. So for that we go once again to our network menu and we head to our static routes here. Okay, and let's create a static route which is the default one. So here for the destination is 0/0. Okay, and we need to specify the interface. So in our case it's our WAN interface, which is port 2. Simple as that. And we're gonna keep the settings, administrative distance and all that, and status is of course enabled. Here we go. So now that we have default route, I guess now everything is okay. So let's return back to our policy and objects here. So if we go now to our firewall policies, you can see that I get some bytes here, which means traffic is flowing using this firewall rule. So we can verify that if we return back to our main desktop Linux, and indeed now we can see that we can reach the internet because we can ping the Google DNS server. So we have successfully actually set up some basic configuration on the firewall in order to get this station here, which is Linux Mint, that are using as its default gateway our firewall in order to connect to the internet. Okay, And we can also see this traffic, so we can right click on this firewall rule here, and we go to show matching logs in order to see all the logs. And indeed here you can see the source, which is .20.21, which is actually our Linux Mint. And here we have the application name, which is actually a ping, that is pinging actually the internet Google DNS server. Okay, and we can here have some services that are running on the background. So this is just a brief introduction to this FortiGate, how you can actually use it as a firewall for your LAN network in order to connect to the internet. Okay, so that was just a brief video to show you how to do some basic configuration on the new version of FortiOS, which is FortiOS 8.0, in order to connect to the internet. So if you like the video, don't forget to share it with your friends and make a comment or like as you want. So as always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.